Welcome to another edition of Small Opening Mistakes. We are going to talk about the French defense. Okay, so white opens with 1 e4, black goes e6, d4, d5. Now, all of you know that this is the starting point of French, and the system which I'm going to talk about is known as the advanced French. You're trying to take more space. Black immediately strikes in order to get the space back. White defends. So you see the pawn chains. White has more space. Black has this ability to, create a weakness on d4 after taking and pressurizing on d4. And that you will see here. So knight c6 comes in order to pressurize this point. White develops, defends it. Black comes in with another piece and attacks the d4 square. The pressure is mounting. Now the two main moves here are a3 and bishop e2. However, what white does here is bishop d3 is a gambit line known as the Milner Barry Gambit. And here is where we have reached the position of our small opening mistake. Now, a lot of people here could fall for the trap of picking the d4 pawn. That would be a big opening mistake, not a small one. Like if black were to take here, queen takes, and bishop b5 check, you lose the queen. However, the small opening mistake is that because at the end there is a bishop b5 check, they start with bishop d7. This is incorrect. And in fact, this mistake has occurred so many times already. In this very position, after bishop d4, we have more times bishop d7 played, 3,800 times, than the right move, which is c takes d4. We'll come to the right move in a bit, but what happens after bishop d7 is that it doesn't transpose, but white can take on c5. And after bishop c5, you can simply castle. And in this position, already white is slightly better. White is going to play queen e2, bishop f4, just control this pawn and then develop his pieces, eventually going for the c4 break and knight to c3. Just in case if black is careless, where the best move for black is a5, but in case he's careless and goes knight e7, then you know that you can win something big here, b4, trapping the bishop on c5. So, therefore, it's very important to start with first taking on d4, pawn takes d4, and now bishop d7. And this is very well known defense for black. White generally castles here. Now black takes the pawn, knight takes, queen takes, and knight c3. And this is a very topical position where black has two main moves. One is he can chop off this pawn, or he can play a6. I like the latter. A6 very solid. And I believe if black knows what he's doing, he should be here fine in this position. White has compensation, but not enough for an advantage. Maybe black is even slightly better here. So that's the small opening mistake that we were talking about. Not to play bishop d7 directly against the Milner Barry, but to first take on d4 and then play bishop d7. Because if you go directly bishop d7, then white has the extra opportunity to take, bishop takes and castle, which gives him a good position. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Hope you learned these little subtleties which are not discussed enough in books or in chess literature. Bye bye.